If I named this video something about negativity, probably get more views than if I said positive thoughts for human beings. Guess that kind of relates to a video I was just making about ignorance and propaganda and how the media just loves to dwell on the negative, and we tend to see the world that way because we're programmed to. But I've noticed a change, a shift. I've noticed a very positive shift, and I'm trying to figure out if, because I know that we're all catered to, the algorithm, the whole world that we live in, our own brains, the way that we change, it's very hard to gauge how we felt 5 years ago. We think we know who we were, but even watching some of my own videos, I'm like, I thought that? What? Okay. Um, but generally, I've noticed a change, a shift in attitude from being extremely divided to people flocking to find common ground. I've seen this in so many places. A great note would be the Joe Rogan podcast, who has people from the right and left on, and which led into like Lex Friedman's podcast, and one I've been listening to lately, Chris Williamson. And I thought at first he was just some manosphere guy, talking, oh, it's all about men, poor men. But no, all the points made are great, great guests. And I realized that people are changing. The people who used to be extreme are mellowing out, but the people who are coming up that people are listening to have a very balanced and nuanced view of things that are happening instead of reactionary. Say the Ben Shapiro's, right, or the Young Turks, from a left and right version. Just we're gonna just go tear into the other party. Oh, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans, and the same thing with the feminist space or the manosphere space. Yeah, there are groups who just spend all day long complaining about men or women. It's like, but finally people are saying, yo, get your shit together. Stop blaming an entire group of people for your problems. It's a bunch of whiny bullshit. So you had a bad experience with a woman. Poor you. Like, we can't support this idea that you can just whine on the internet because you can't get girls. It's like, dude, shit's hard. Life's hard. Being young is difficult. And we've kind of chalked it up to like a poor me victim attitude for a lot of things. And the feminism has done the same thing. Well, feminism began as a great idea to give equality to females, but now people hijacked the term, like so many other terms, and made it about, how fucked up men are and how men are the problem, and it's all the patriarchy. It's and people were buying into that for a long time, and now I'm seeing this slow change to a much more balanced view and a much more cautious approach to how we assess information. Now, is that just me, or just the things I'm watching, or have other people noticed that as well? The reactionary content doesn't seem to get, it'll still draw a lot of people in, don't get me wrong. But the thoughtful conversations are taking place on thoughtful videos and podcasts now. And, of course, that's just thoughtful according to me. I figure a good podcast should enrage both parties, all religions, at one time or another, because somebody has their own opinion on something that they're willing to share openly, yet the person doesn't actually cast any insults at that group or those people. People, I've noticed, have been much more cautious about smearing people. Now, I have noticed that over the last 5 years especially, maybe 7, 8 years even, liberals have, or people have used that term and kind of hijacked it as well. And what people call now the far left, which people who have lost their minds. But, looks like my phone's about to die, so I'm going to have to go. I guess I'll have to talk about the rest of this on the next one. So I'll see you all soon. Take care of each other. Be well. Look out for part 2.